Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry this is a bit close up, I'm in the car. I haven't done a video for ages, but I thought this is going to be the start of my getting a new wheelchair video diary. I'm about to go to Exeter to go to my wheelchair assessment, which I went for, it's 2020 now. I went for one back in 2017, I think it was. So maybe 2018, I'm not sure exactly. Where I was told, because I wheeled myself from the waiting room to the assessment room, which was literally like 10 yards, not even that, probably about 6 yards down the corridor in the hospital, because I wheeled myself, I then don't qualify for a power chair, electric wheelchair. My current electric wheelchair is owned by NHS and it's over 10 years old now. My current manual chair is owned by me, so that's privately owned. So that's like not owned by NHS or maintained by them. So the kind of predicament that I was in last time was that because they saw me pushing myself on a smooth hospital floor, which I can because it's smooth, not very long though, but you know, I can just about manage pushing around a supermarket, a small supermarket like Lidl, which is where I am now. And so I thought it was really unfair that I don't qualify for an electric wheelchair. It's kind of fair enough that they can't provide for both because it's funding and it's, you know, money. But to say I don't qualify for it just because I can push myself a little bit is ridiculous. And so they said that if I went through with getting one of them last time, they were going to instigate taking away my power chair. I was like, well, now I'm in an impossible position because I need both. I use my power chair pretty much all weekend. When we go out with the kids and the dogs, I'm in my power chair all the time. It gives me independence from being pushed when, like, well, for instance, this weekend and last weekend just gone, Rafe has been learning to ride his bike on his own. So Tom's been needing to help him, you know, help him learn to ride his bike, pushing him, holding him, picking him up when he falls off his bike. If I was in my manual chair for all of that, it would have been so much more difficult. And I would just been basically just sat there watching from a distance rather than being near him and not being able to kind of follow him around on his bike. So it just gives me that independence as a mum. So for them to say, like, well, if you go through with a new manual chair, we'll take away your electric chair, I'm like, I don't know what to do then. So I didn't go through with it. And obviously I can't walk at all, so for them to take away my power chair would literally be taking away a wheelchair from somebody who's basically paralysed on all four limbs. Yeah, I'm back to square one now. I really, really need a new manual chair. My day-to-day chair is 11 years old. It's falling apart. My rubbery hand rims are completely like chipped off. So that gives me no grip at all because I can't obviously grip because my hands are like floppy. I have CMT disease, if you didn't know. There's like bolts loosening left, right and centre. It's really wobbly and rickety. Yeah, it just needs replacing. Yeah, I'm quite nervous about how it's going to go, if they're going to take away my power chair. Obviously it's not with me now, but it's at home, so they'd have to come and get it from my house, and I'd put up a fight. So yeah, I will let you know how it goes afterwards. I can't film whilst I'm in the appointment, obviously, but I will film again afterwards and let you know how it goes, and then there'll be like a part 2 and 3 if I go through with getting a new chair, which hopefully I can. So yeah, I will see you later on. Right, so it's now several days later. It's like, I think 5 days after my assessment. It went exactly how I thought it was going to go. So basically, to cut a long story short, and I won't go into all the kind of nitty-gritty of it, but basically if I go for a new manual chair, active manual chair provided by them, provided by the NHS, that has the specifications I need, like foot plates, the kind of foot plates I need, the clothes guards, adjustable handles, hand rims, and I think I might go for a folding. It was a Sunrise, I can't remember what it was, a Xenon something. I'll try and link it down below if I can find it online, which is the one they suggested, and I'd have to contribute quite a few £100s to that. And so if I went through with that, they would be taking away my power chair, my electric wheelchair. And I did question this. I was like, it's just ridiculous. My power chair is 10 years old, or more than 10 years old. I did ask what would happen to my power chair once I've given it back to them, or once they've taken it back. And he said it would depend on what model it was, because it's a Salsa M, or if it was an M1. And I said it's an M, and he said, well, if it is an M, then they're obsolete now and they don't make them anymore, and they're basically too old, and it would cost them too much to refurbish it to pass on to somebody else. So it would literally be taken off me to be scrapped, which I just think is completely ridiculous. I mean, obviously it's going to be taking away a lot of my independence, so at the weekends, and quite often when we go out during the week, like into town or whatever, I can't then be independent from whoever is having to push me. I can't just kind of go off and look at things without, you know, having to have somebody next to me pushing me. And I just think it's ridiculous. And also, it needs a new battery and it's a bit clunky and it needs a bit of a repair, but that can be done, that can be arranged. It still is in pretty good working order for its age. So it would literally be taken off me to be scrapped, which is such a waste and such a bad, like, you know, we're in a world and a society where we're trying to talk about climate change and recycling and reusing and fixing rather than replacing, and, you know, all this, and they're just going to literally take a big wheelchair off me to dump it somewhere. What would happen to it? It would literally just sit in landfill, or what would they do? You know, they can't really take parts off it and reuse them, because like they said, it would cost them too much, and, you know, it's too old anyway, so I just think it's ridiculous. So yeah, he's going to total up what the chair would cost, the new chair, and how much I would need to contribute, and then I guess they will arrange a time to come and pick up my power chair. I'm gonna try and argue my case as much as I can. He did say that I could go through PALS, the complaints liaison service, and he said, but I've been doing this job 20 years and you won't be the first. You're on the first and you won't be the last. And I've never known anyone make any difference by complaining. I was like, well, that's positive, isn't it? So I just think it's just ridiculous. Like, how do they expect things that are wrong to be changed if no one can think they can complain about it? So I just think it's ridiculous. And one of the words he used I found a bit bizarre when he was talking about the process of what would happen if I got a new chair. Is he said, when I surrender my power chair. I was like, surrender? I'm not holding it hostage. I'm not like a criminal holding a chair hostage, like, you must stay with me, I'm keeping you forever. You know, it's my chair, but obviously it belongs to them, but, you know, just I thought it was a bit of an odd choice of words, but it's so frustrating. It's just the most disappointing thing to be told, that your power chair that you rely on so much is going to be taken away, even though you can't walk at all or use your hands. You know, it just seems completely unfair. Even if technically I don't qualify for it because I can push myself a little bit inside and not really outside, but you know, even if that was the case, fair enough. But it's in my house, I use it, I've had it for 10 years. Don't take it off me. It's ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. I've said that word so many times now. So I hope you liked this video, just a little update on my kind of wheelchair situation. Obviously this is like part 1 of my wheelchair journey. I will be making another one when I have a new update, so I don't know when that will be. He did try and ring me, I think, with a total, but I missed the call and he hasn't returned the call yet, so yeah, I will let you know when anything changes. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below and give me a thumbs up as well. Thank you, bye.